Hello and welcome back to Just Callum. Today we're going to be cracking on with the van. We have a list of things to do. We have to file down all of the burrs on all the holes that have been previously drilled into the floor. We've got to metal epoxy resin them, and then with like metal epoxy putty, this stuff, and then we've got to hammerite paint over them, and then finally, when all of that's finally done, we're going to sound deaden the entire van. So we'll focus on one thing at a time and get these little holes filed down so that they're ready for a bit of epoxy resin over the top. Let's get to it. Right, so that's all the filing done. You can't really see much of a difference apart from a few scrapes. Just a few little scrapes against the holes, that is. But over and all, it's looking a lot better and a lot less burry, deburred. It's been deburred, so it's a lot better than what it was, that's for certain. Okay, so next job. Oh dear. Metal epoxy putty. I haven't got a clue. Okay, so epoxy resin took a minute to figure out, but essentially what you want to do is rip the end of the epoxy resin off, and you'll see there are two separate colours. You see those in there? Now, one's a actual metal laced type of kind of resin itself, and the outer layer, from what I gather, is the hardener. So you rip your end off and you mix them up. Now it'll start to be kind of black and grey streaks, as it were, at the beginning, but you keep mixing it, and eventually, once you've mixed it for long enough, you get this. Your like kind of dark grey colour putty. And all I'm doing is I'm using that putty, just filling in all of the little holes here, there and everywhere. How's that? Can you see that? Yeah. Cushy. So, just like this. See? Little hole there. Just going to rub a bit of putty into it like that. And then, there we go. Filled. See? So we can do that over and over again. Okay, and we're done. So, it doesn't look like much, but there's a flipping lot of work that's gone into this. I've used about 2/3 of that epoxy putty, and I've gone round and filled every single hole I can find. Not every single hole I can find, obviously. I have used my fingers, as I say, so a bit dirty. But I filled every hole that was drilled through into the floor and filled them. Tried to smooth it over as much as possible without obviously pushing too much putty through. But I've noticed already that the original putty I started on here has already started to solidify. So I've done all these holes here, these few here, along there, all the way up, and all of those ones around, up to the top. So, yeah, so that's the puttying done. That I was a bit worried about how that would go, because I haven't used metal putty before, so it's good to have that bit of experience now I'm about. That's something, I guess. But yeah, so all positive. Right, I'm going to let this dry, and while that's drying, I'm going to try and have a look at this, the electricals. Now, looking at them now, you can see it's just all plastic conduit hanging loosely from the roof. Now we are going to have battens along the top main structural points, including this one here, but the problem is that even though we are going to have battens, these dip below, so I need them to be up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these two pieces of plastic just here and here, and I'm going to try and stick those wires up higher above the main supports, so that the battens will hopefully go over them, and then I can bring my wood panelling down to the edge there, and then hopefully that means the cables should, in theory, all go behind all the roof battening. We'll see how it goes, because that could obviously go incredibly awfully and not work at all, but hey ho, here's for hoping. Plasticky thing, so I guess it's a squeeze and pull situation. Come on. There's one. There we go. There's two. There we go. There's the other one. Cable ties. All still connected. Lovely. Come here. There we go. Cool. It's all going to be a bit tight in my opinion, but better tight than not fitting at all. Cool. Okay, so now that's done, I'm still waiting for the epoxy resin to completely harden. So what I will do is I will probably end up either later this evening or tomorrow coming back and painting all of where the epoxy resin is, all the scuffs, all the other issues and such in Hammerite, and then things get a bit more exciting. I'm going to be sound deadening, so let's I'll see you tomorrow. Right, and we're back, second day, here we go. So what we're going to do is paint all of them. I'm going to coat the whole van, all the little scrapes, scrapes, and scuffs, completely coat it all so it's pure white in Hammerite paint, this stuff. So, yeah, this is smooth white Hammerite. So this should just prevent rust from all those areas. And yeah, let's get to it. Right, so that's the Hammerite done. Let me show you that. So, Hammerite. This is it. So it's all painted over, just like so. And all the way up to the front there like that. So that's now done. I've got to let that dry. So the next thing of course is the sound deadening, and I'll be doing that next. I'll see you when that's all dry. Right, and we're back. Another time, another day, and another job. So today we are finishing this video off and doing the sound deadening. Taking all the echoes out of the van, hopefully. Well, the plan is at least to do the walls, the ceiling and the floor and the back two doors. We'll see how much we can do. We've got this down here, which is our sound deadening material. We've got 40 sheets I think, so hopefully that'll be enough, and we might even be able to get a bit on the wheel arches as well. We'll have to see. Let's see how we get on. Let's get going. No time like the present. So from what I've learned on YouTube, what you want to do is peel off the top section, a bit like this. Lay that top section on. Like that. And then you just want to peel down while you're pushing. Just like this. And peel off the undersheet. And eventually it should take the echo out. Just so you understand the difference, this is the sound without the sound deadening, and this is the sound with the sound deadening. Now, as you can probably tell, it's much lower, the actual sound, which means it's taking all the vibration and the echo out of the walls, which is exactly what we want. So let's keep it going. Right, and there we go. Sound deadened, all sorted. Right, let me just show you what we're working with here. Okay, so essentially we have sound deadened the entire van. Roof, walls, floor, wheel arches, everything, complete sound. And the only thing is, this door here, which was open, hasn't been sound deadened on the top. Now that's because we're going to cut out a window. We're not going to cut out a window. I know a guy who's going to cut out a window and fit us a sliding window in that door there. So that's the plan for that. So yeah, there we go. There's the products of this video. We've filed down, we've filled it with putty, made sure all the holes are filled, painted it all, let that dry, and then we've sound deadened, ready for installation. Well, if you like this video, please do like, please leave a comment as well if there's anything you want to say. If you're enjoying this van build, leave a comment as well, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, very importantly, subscribe to and turn those notification bells on to get regular updates on how the van build's going. Anyway, this has been part 3 of the van build. If you've enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.